All right, so it is not another Will to Change Wednesday right here on my platform, Feminine Motherhood. I am your friendly neighborhood child development specialist, Elijah, and I have another child development lesson for you today. Now, I was really busy on Wednesday, I was really busy on Thursday, so I wasn't able to actually get the lesson that I had previously wanted to get out, which was on self regulation and self modulation, and what a mother's role is for that in helping children to develop healthy emotional states, including sons. Because this is a common misconception, especially in the Black community, that mothers don't play a significant role in helping boys to develop healthy emotional way. That is false, false, couldn't be more false. Science does not back that at all. Child development does not back that at all. It does, however, back the fact that if a mother doesn't know how, then she can cause some damage. But if she knows how, then she plays a pivotal role in developing emotionally stable young men. Okay, but she has to know how. All right, and she has to know what her role is. That she builds that foundation and then hands the foundation over to dad for him to continue to build upon for their emotional development. Okay, so that's a lesson for another week. So I'm gonna leave that for another week. Today we're talking about triggers and mom's response to these triggers. Okay, so we need to remember to stop. Don't react because there is space between the trigger and our response. All right. We need to go there and reflect. That's our mommy timeout. All right. The journey of feminine motherhood is filled with choice to decide how we're going to react when our children's behavior trigger us. All right. This space we have between our triggers and our responses to them is not just filled with choice. All right. That 9 times out of 10, we aren't fully conscious of in the moment. And that's one of the reasons so many of us still suffer with mom guilt that we need to get rid of is a nasty dark cloud hovering over our heads, that nasty inner critic. Because we're always thinking like, shoot, I could have done or said this instead of lashing out. All right. But also in this space is where we discover all of our beliefs about parenting that's been dumped on us by society, our own upbringing, what we subconsciously believe about children, and how we should deal with them. Okay. Also, in this space, we find our ego and demand for power and control. We also find this little voice that says, how can I change my child? There's also this very important, very powerful little voice, often very shy, doesn't want to talk too loud, doesn't want to draw too much attention to itself. All right? And it's saying, what can I change about myself that will in turn help my child? We need to listen to that voice, that one right there. Because I cannot stress enough, our children are developing primarily in response to us. Their characters, their personalities, their attachment styles, their attachment behaviors, how they view love, how they communicate with us, how they don't communicate with us, how they communicate with others, how they treat others. Most of how they are developing is primarily in response to us, as well as their environment. All right. Then they have their own temperaments and things like that, but primarily our children develop in response to us. So we need to listen to that little shy little voice that says, what can I change about myself that will in turn help my child? All right. I'm going to leave you with this. Go to that space, the space between the trigger and the response. Relax there. Hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. Center yourself in awareness, self-awareness, mindfulness, and something that's hardly mentioned, but mentalizing. We're going to get into a lesson on mentalizing as well. We take time to slow down, take ourselves out of our basic animalistic fight mode instinct that's down there in our reptilian brain. Take time to think. And now let's show back up with our new response. So I'll see you next week for another Will to Change Wednesday on my platform, Feminine Motherhood.